Hello, good evening. This was supposed to be the meeting that we were supposed to have yesterday. So basically, yesterday I wanted us to talk about Gleiche, who we are, what we stand for, what we represent. Because, like I said last time, I felt like we were drifting because we stopped doing the things that we used to do. So I just said, let me talk a little about how this came about, and I made something like a YouTube video about that. If you go to the Glitch YouTube channel, maybe you can see that. But like on the personal side, because also Helma asked yesterday why I started, like why are we here, why did we start, all those kind of things. So I said, let me do something um, to explain myself. So I'm going to turn off my camera now. Okay, so several years back, I should be like 2018 if I'm not mistaken, there was this girl in our church. She was disabled, as in she was fine, like hands and legs, but psychologically she wasn't well. You know, I cannot say fully because she was not spitting, but she wasn't okay up there, if you understand what I mean. So, but her parents were there. They always came to church with her. But when they come and she's singing, she always sings in a loud, funny way, and her father also sing in loud, funny way. Just not because he too had a mental problem, but because he didn't want his child to feel like she's in this alone, or he didn't want his child to feel shy. So I used to see her and I was like, I felt like she's lonely because she was always with her parents. She never had friends or stuff like that. So I felt like some people in the world actually just need you to be there for them, just be their friend or just spend time with them, especially those that feel like they are not a part of society or they don't feel like they belong. They feel like that, how can I say, they're different from the others. So I felt like maybe it would be nice if I could spend time with her, but I didn't want to do it alone. I wanted to do it with somebody. At least it gives me more courage to be able to do that. That's one scenario. Then there was this other scenario in the hospital. I did my internship in the hospital for some time, and I used to see people that were not able to pay their bills, and they'll stay in the hospital and they cannot pay bills and they don't want to discharge them. So one time I went and met the major and I told her that she should tell me those that have not, like, are in the hospital and they're really poor and they just need to be discharged and they need some like help. And I helped. It was like 6,000 bill that was left for them and they couldn't afford 6,000. So it was really sad. Then there was the part of the orphanage. I always liked going to the orphanage when I was little, and even when I was in secondary school, we went to the orphanage one time, and that was the best I can remember. That's like the best memory that I've had about my time at the orphanage, because we went and spent time with the kids and played. And I knew of many organizations that go and give things like donate dresses and stuff. But I felt like that's not what the kids need, because it's good that you come and give things, but sometimes they need somebody to just spend time with them. They feel like they're different from the world, like, oh, they're always at the receiving end. So that's why I decided to come up with something like this, so that we could reach out to those people. I didn't want to do it alone. And I also felt like there are many youths like myself, because I didn't have money, or I don't yeah, I didn't have money. So I was living pocket allowance. I just thought that many youths like myself that may want to do something for the society, but we don't have, like, I cannot take 1,000 francs and go to an orphanage. What can I do? How much can I impact? I feel like maybe there's other youths that have the same zeal like me, that want to impact their society, but maybe they're afraid to do it alone, because I was afraid to go and beat the girl alone, or to go to the orphanage alone, or maybe they may want to help but they feel like their own contribution is small, because that's how I felt when I was trying to help the person at the hospital. So I felt like if if I could create a forum where youths could come together with the same mind to help people, to reach out to the needy, to just spread love, then we'll be able to do something great together. And it's to spread the love of Christ, actually, because all this was because of God. The initiative came up in church, the name came up in church. We started as Christ in Me Foundation SIM, for those who watched the YouTube video, and it was all about spreading the love of Christ. So that was the original aim. And then we were just four of us. We had Jeannie, Nelly, Linda, and myself. So all of us were students. What we did was to contribute like 2,000 francs and see what we can add. Our first orphanage I went to was Rema. Then Jeannie gave like her old mattress. We tried to find like few things that we can join, and I talked to a friend about it. I decided to come along, and we went to the orphanage and we just spent time with the kids. With the little that we got, we just bought what we could buy. I think we bought Beddoes juice for 100, you fresh to share with the children, and was it sugar balls or something like that. We did not have much, but just the joy that we're able to sacrifice and help people, that's what kept us going. And I felt like, yes, maybe there are other youths that want the same thing. Why don't we start this? And we decided to go as a foundation or as an NGO, because whenever we go to an orphanage, they'll ask us that they need like a form to show that we are legal, those kind of things. Yeah. And one thing that really made me to feel like I am doing the right thing was because of Desmond. Desmond is a great part of Glitch. This is Desmond, yeah. He's a great part of Glitch, and he really made me to feel uh, like like we did something, because if he was here, it's because he saw what we had in mind, and he decided to follow our dream. And if he's still here as part of it, it means he still trusts in our vision. So this morning I want to say thank you for being there, and thank you for pushing us to continue. So um, yeah. So these are the target people that we have in English: the marginalized, the orphans, and the disabled. We want to spread love, put smiles on their face, help in the little way that we can. That's all that Glitch is about. That's all that Glitch strives to do. And we cannot do it without you. Now, this is how we started, spreading love, doing the little things, washing dresses, cooking at orphanages. This is all about Glitch. This is all the vision that we have for Glitch. It's not about the money. It's not about getting sponsors so that we can. It's true, getting sponsors is a good idea, but it's not about getting sponsors so that we can go and put a big poster that Glitch Foundation, and we stand there in our t-shirt and we donate bags of rice and stuff, and then we make a speech, and then everybody goes home. No, this is what we want. This is the vision we have for this picture right here. Just the humility to a medium where we can humble ourselves and go down to just normal level and just help people and just be in their shoes, maybe just for a day or for some hours, and just have fun. You see, this kid has fun. She's enjoying with us, like, and she's cooking in the kitchen, and we're washing poop. Serious descriptor. Like, this day I can never forget, but it was worth coming, and it's a lesson that I'll never forget. So this is the message that we try to pass out in English, and this is what we try to represent. I'm very happy that even though I've not been there for the past year, like this last year, I've been able to see that in the activities that we have been doing so far. I haven't gone to many orphanages, but from what I've seen that you guys are really putting in a lot of effort, and I want to say thank you for keeping the vision alive, and I pray that we may continue in that light. Gleiche is all about being together, helping one another. We are not only a foundation where people like come when there's an occasion, we gather, we go and do an activity and come back, and then we stay in our distance. We're like a family. We help each other. If Desmond has a problem, he can get to me. If Nelly has a problem, if Fina has a problem, Person has a problem, I can get to her, she can get to me. We help one another, we build up one another, we hold up one another so that we can be better people. Because I feel like this is a calling from this is a calling by God that youth should be able to impact their society. We're not there out to help people out there, we're also there to help ourselves, because in helping others we help ourselves, and we help ourselves by being united. Always when we say be for meetings, it's not necessarily that you should only come for the meeting because we have something serious to discuss. We can just come to just laugh, to discuss like how is it, how are things going. It must not always be something serious, but we always feel like no, everything that happens, if it's not a project, oh, I don't really need to talk about it, or I don't really need to talk. No, we all have to come together and talk about our things, and talk. If we have a problem, we get to one another. This was what we did for one of our retreats, and I'm looking forward to the next retreat and in the middle of the year. And I will keep this picture in mind because it's everybody's representation of what the English is with the use of hands. And I want to say it's a memorable event. I think we should do this once more. And if we feel like we have lost the vision of Glitch, or we don't understand what Glitch is all about, please, I'm open for anybody to ask me, and I'll be willing to explain all over. Now, when it comes to giving, when it comes to contribution, what I looked at contribution, it's not like you're giving money because you're a member or because you're a volunteer, then you have to give money to continue being a member or continue being a volunteer. No. Let me talk about me personally. I give because I have to help the society. I have to help the people. And the reason why I'm giving is because that was the initial plan of me joining, of me being part of the glitch, so that I could be able to help people. And helping people means like contributing the little that I have to give. When I started, I think I was on a monthly allowance of about 20,000. And I said, okay, a tenth of my offering goes to God, and it's going to be through the needy. And I gave 2,000 francs every month, even on the days that, even in the months that I had to buy handouts that will eat half of the money, and you have seated things to pay rents and stuff like that. I will still pay my money because that is like a contract that I had with God. It's like, how can I say? You know that you are giving, and this money is not going to the foundation. We're not using it for upkeep of the foundation. It's not like we're paying somebody to sit in our office. We're using that same money to go out and help children, because each time we help a child, each time I see a child hold a biscuit and smiles and eats, I know that my money was inside that biscuit, and that child is happy because me and all the other people that joined their hands together were able to make this happen. Each time we were able to transport ourselves to a destination to meet kids, to meet people, and give them things. I am just happy because I know I was able to give, I was able to sacrifice. It's not every month that we have money, it's not every time that we have money flowing. There were some hard times, but I kept that contract with God, a tenth of my offering. So all of us, and most of us are Catholics, are Christians. So I don't know if we believe in tithing, but people believe in tithing as in giving to their pastors and stuff. But I believe in tithing as in giving to God, and giving to God through the less privileged. That's why I do that every month. And if I may, there's this passage that really struck me and always encourages me. It says it's Luke chapter 16 to verse 10 to 13. So uh, they said, mm, whoever is faithful in small matters will be faithful in large ones. Whoever is dishonest with small matters will be dishonest in large ones. If then you have not been faithful in handling worldly wealth, how can you be trusted with true wealth? And if you have been faithful with what belongs to someone, if you have not been faithful with what belongs to someone else, who will give you what belongs to you? No, okay, let me end there. So basically, what I'm trying to say from this reading is the the reason why I gave when I didn't have was because I want God to bless me so that I can help people when I get more. So I want to be able to trust myself to give when I don't have, so that when I do have more, it will not be a problem to give. I'll be able to give more, if you understand what I'm saying. So if God trusts you with 10,000 francs a month, can you sacrifice 1,000 francs and give it to God and give it back to God through the needy? Or will you say you wait when you have 20,000 francs so that you can then give the 1,000 francs to the needy? Or will you wait when you start earning 500,000 francs and you think that you'll be able to give 10,000 francs out for the needy, to the needy? That's why it's always good to start from small beginnings. That's why I encourage all of us to make an effort to contribute. Most of us are students, most of us are hustlers. But if you save 100 francs every day, by 30 days you will have 3,000 francs. And if you like, you can keep the 3,000 francs and give 2,000 francs to charity. It's not to glitch, it's to charity, it's to help other people. So I really don't understand when it comes to giving, when it comes to contributing, is that we don't put it as a priority. There will always be a need for money. Every single time there will always be a need for money. Each month I give to Gleiche Foundation, not because I do not have, I'm not working, not because I have, but because I'm training myself, I'm disciplining myself so that when I do have more, I'll be able to give more. And God blesses our hands so that we can be a river. He gives to us so that we can give to other people. But if He gives you and you hold it back and say, no, I have to use it for this, I have to use it for this, God, you understand that I need this. You won't be able to open your hands and receive more because you're holding on to. There are times that I did not have money, but I still gave. And I can tell you wholeheartedly that that entire month, I did not lack anything. God always made a way for me. So I'm not asking you to look at contributing into Glitch like you're giving to the foundation, you're giving to the needy. You see how much effort we put when we want to help people, how much sacrifice we put when we want to help people. We do not have. There's nobody giving us money. And again, it's not as if I do not want to apply for funds or look for how they call these things, sponsors, apply to NGOs for grants. Yes, that's possible. I can do that, apply for grants, but that's not the aim of Teach. I don't want to be the foundation that we write projects, apply for grants, then go and execute. I want to train youth to be able to self-sacrifice and help other people so that when we need that extra help, we will not be applying for grants. People will look at us and say, you have done much, let us help you, let us do more. So I want us to be able to do something by ourselves. That is why I am not applying for grants. Not because we do not need it, we do need it, but God, I believe that God wants us to be able to discipline ourselves in the little that we have, to be able to give, so that when that excess comes now, you will not sit back and say, oh, people are giving money, so I don't need to contribute. You do have to contribute because it's your pact with God. You are helping when you do contribute. So the time is coming where we'll have grants. The time is coming where we'll have sponsors. The time is coming when we're not like this 3 years ago where we're struggling. But now things are a little bit better. But I don't believe that we need to rush over it because we want to stop giving. No, I believe that God wants to still raise youths that will be willing to give. I think I've spoken much about giving, and I really like us to think about it not as you're giving to the foundation, but you're giving to the needy. Yes. So last but not least, like I said, we are glitch and we are family. Glitch doesn't always stand for equal, like it stands for so many things: generosity, love, empathy, inspiration, charity, honor, encouragement. That's what we give out to the society. We are self-sacrificing youths that sacrifice ourselves and our time for others. So that's the vision that I would like us to carry for Gleiche. That's the vision that I would like us to carry for Gleiche wherever we go. In every activity that we're doing, let us look at this as in we are helping the society. We are not here only to make a name that I'm part of an NGO, so that when you want a recommendation, you're like, I've been part of the NGO. No, you're here to touch lives. You're here to humble yourself. This is a ground for humility. This is a ground for family. And we are not just like members of a foundation. We are a family. As in, we help one another in times of need. We go to one another in times of need. And that's the vision that I have for Glitch. That is why Glitch is here. And I hope this has reminded somebody of where we are and why we are here. And I pray that God is going to inspire these youths that are in this foundation, that they may not depart from the light that He's showing them. They may be patient and endure in this time, O King of Glory, so that when the storm is over, they will enjoy the sunrise and the rainbow that follows. So I pray that we stay together, we become better. And thank you all for being here today. Okay, bye.